fucking care. Let's just do it. Let's do it.
No fucks given today.
No fucks. No fucks. The fuck is that?
No fucks given, Joseph.
Yeah, I thought we established.
What
the fuck is this?
My wheel, man.
Starting to
All
sound
right.
like Jack
I'm fucking,
Skeleton.
I'm over this
The
shit.
fuck?
What?
It's starting to sound like that Jack Skeleton song. The fuck?
Oh,
The fuck?
The fuck is all of this?
Oh yeah, I forgot I can't use that. Let's do this.
There you go.
Hope you guys could hear that, because we really can't.
If it blew out your eardrums, we're
Those
sorry.
are our socials, by the way. I don't know what's going on. Like the sound's doing this weird thing, and I don't know if that's the laptop or I think it's the laptop. Anyway, fuck it. We're here. We're not queer. Well, she is, but
I'm sorry. Were you expecting me to talk?
not at all.
Okay.
Anyway, welcome back. We are the Bonsai Movie Crew. I guess we can just go ahead and get right on into it.
Might as well.
Okay, right?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Worked that time. You fucking piece of shit. All right.
Yeah, it's definitely doing that.
Everybody's like, oh shit, the Bonsai Movie Crew's having a week.
It has been a week.
Yeah, it's been a hell of a week. Anyway, I didn't add the creator profile image. So who do you guys think it is?
Didn't we say Christian Slater?
Yeah,
Or we were
it's
gonna think
Christian Slater. Hold on a
Okay.
minute. Let me get that image up here for you guys. Like
Or
I
are you
said.
Christian Slater fans out there?
Okay. There he is. Christian Slater. You reading this or the movie, Madison?
Whatever your heart desires.
All right. Let's see how this is going to go today. Are you pissy about something, or are you just being? Are you trying to be
He
stubborn?
didn't kill the spider.
Fuck that spider. I ain't worried about that spider. I'll do Christian Slater. You can do the movie.
Oh, don't do that.
Watch it.
Don't do that. You hit that mic and then shit goes even more haywire. Your dad's gonna like destroy
I'll
the
fucking
set.
strangle you. You won't be here for your last episode. You'll be in the hospital.
No, I'll just be outside.
In the hospital.
Mm-hmm. That's an inside place.
All right. Anyway, Christian Slater, born August 18th, 1969. Real birth name, Christian Hawkins. Hey, who the fuck becomes an actor like, I'm going to change my last name to Slater?
Well, to be honest, Christian Slater's way more badass than Christian Hawkins.
I know. That's what I'm
So-
saying, though. Like, good stage name.
It's a good one.
Says, work is my hobby, Christian Slater has said. Staying sober is my job. Lately, his troubles with the law and substance abuse have meant that he hasn't been doing his job very well. But his hobby's still doing fine. Okay. What a way to kick off his biography. Christian began acting at the age of 7 when his mother and prominent casting director got him a small role on a soap opera, One Life to Live. Slater's father also played a central character on the soap opera, Ryan's Hope. His big screen role was in the teen movie The Legend of Billie Jean, which he followed up with the medieval murder mystery The Name of the Rose, where he appeared as a young novice to Sean Connery's Monk Cum Detective. Okay.
That sounds dirty.
And I know it even spelled C-U-M. It's monk/cum/detective. Yeah. Is this like
the right
a
description?
huh?
They put the right description on there.
I don't know.
I don't believe him.
Was this like an altar boy thing or something? Or?
I don't know. I've never seen that one.
I haven't either. Anyway, but the movie that made him a star was Heathers in 1989, co-starring alongside Winona Ryder, playing a high school teen rebel. After that role, he was compared to Jack Nicholson and said, "If I make a move like raise my eyebrows, some critic says I'm doing Jack Nicholson. What am I supposed to do? Cut off my eyebrows?" Since then, Christian has starred in many big-budget Hollywood flicks. He won an MTV Movie Award in 1993 as Most Desirable Male for his role in the romance Untamed Heart. He is... Sorry. He has also won a Golden Slate in 2000 for Best Male Performance in Very Bad Things in 1998, and shared an Alan J. Pacula, I guess, award for The Contender in 2000. He did voiceovers with Jim Carrey for the animated film Back to the Sea in 2012, starred in Bullet to the Head in 2013 alongside Sylvester Stallone. I remember that movie. It was not good. And Jason Momoa. Wait, Jason Momoa was in that movie? That's how forgettable it was.
I've never even heard of it.
It's not good. Starred in the film Nymphomaniac Volume 1 and 2 in 2013, and acted in King Cobra. From 2015 to 2019, he played the titular on Mr. Robot series. Okay, I don't know what that means. What's the titular?
Like the main character, or like the...
But he wasn't the main character.
But like a pivotal character, like someone that's like kind of in it.
He was in it.
Or
yeah.
he's like important.
All right. In 2018, Christian returned to the big screen in the drama The Wife alongside Glenn Close and Jonathan Pryce. In 2020, he starred as Dan Broderick in the second season of the anthology series Dirty John. In February 2000, Christian married Ryan Hayden. However, the pair separated in January 2005 and have filed for divorce. They have a son, Jaden Zach, and a daughter, Eliana Sophia. In 2013, Christian married girlfriend Brittany Lopez after 3 years of dating. There you go. There you have it. This is a short one. Pretty simple. Gonna let you guys take away favorite movie and, for Christian Slater, favorite movie or show.
True Romance.
That might be mine. I don't know. Let me look.
All day long.
I like
True
Broken
Romance.
Arrow.
See, I like Broken Arrow too, but
It would either be that or Billie Jean, but it's definitely True Romance.
I haven't seen that movie in fucking...
I love
Forever.
Billie Jean.
You made me watch it a lot.
I love that
I just
movie.
don't remember seeing it. I must have like zoned out when we watched it because most I remember is
You're
when she
fucked in
just
the
like cut her hair.
I know he's in Dexter
You don't
Original
remember,
Sin. He's apparently in Blink twice.
Because he's a fucker. That's how I know. No.
No.
It's like my favorite line in the movie.
He's in that Willow series, which nobody watched because it was probably garbage. He's done a lot of series stuff recently. He doesn't really do a lot of movies anymore.
I even made a gif of it.
Because he's a fucker, that's how I know.
What about you, Madison?
Spiderwick Chronicles.
The Spider, he was in that?
Yeah, he played as Mulgarath.
Mulgarath.
Sure, it was a voicing thing. But I like that movie a lot.
I really don't know he doesn't, all his like newer like movies are like straight to DVD type shit. Like he doesn't do a lot of, wasn't he in that Eve Van Bowl or whatever the fuck his name is? He directed
Oh yeah, Alone in the Dark.
yeah, Alone in the Dark.
Yeah.
Which was not well received.
Or any of them.
I don't know.
The guy makes terrible.
He was in
fucking movies.
Zoolander, I guess.
Oh yeah, like a cameo.
Probably, yeah, for sure.
It was like Handmaller or something like that.
No,
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 that
that was the guy
Oh
from
yeah, he was in
X-Files,
Interview with
David
the
Duchovny.
Vampire.
Yeah,
Yeah, I forgot about that.
He was in that?
He doesn't.
and interview. Yeah, he was the guy doing the interview.
He's doing the interview.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, man. He was in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, Tales
Yeah.
from the Dark Side, the movie,
Yeah.
Young Guns 2,
Yep.
Beyond the Stars. I think I'm gonna go. All My Children. I don't know. This is a tough one. Broken Arrow's good, but I think I'm going to go with Karen on this. I'm going to go with True Romance. I would go with Interview with the Vampire because that's like a great vampire movie. But he doesn't have a substantial role. He doesn't play anything.
No, say he doesn't have
He's just
that
the
major
interviewer guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's nothing. He doesn't really have any acting chops in it. So I'm going to go with True Romance. I think that's my favorite of his. I really like that movie.
Me too.
So, but Broken Arrow would be a close contender too. It's a good movie.
I like Broken Arrow.
I really like that movie.
Yeah.
Very good.
Oh yeah, 3,000 Miles to Graceland. That's a good one too.
Yeah, that one's a good one.
But yeah, I'm going to stick with True Romance though. True Romance.
I don't know. Yeah, I've always thought he had good acting. So it's like when he just like.
Yeah, I don't really think he's a great actor. He's just like he's that guy that you cast whenever you need a handsome face that it doesn't look like every other handsome face. You know what I mean? He comes with he's got the voice. He's got like this eyebrow thing he does, kind of like Jack Nicholson. And then he's, but he's nothing spectacular. He's just another handsome dude to put on the screen. Anymore, I would cast him as like a sort of like he's a good father figure type now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's something, but I don't know. I mean, I always liked Christian Slater. I always thought he was an all right dude. I always thought he was a good actor, sort of.
I never had a problem.
Yeah,
I
I
the
always
only
liked
thing
him.
I ever said was that it was like, you wanted to be Jack Nicholson, but I mean, again,
He's always had really nice hair,
yeah.
so something. Anyway, he's just there. It's Christian Slater. I think back whenever I was younger, I had more of an appreciation for him for some reason. I don't know why.
He got better roles. I mean, like Billie Jean was really good. True Romance is really good. I like Heathers. Like he had all of these like
I
really.
think Broken Arrow was a big one.
And
3,000
Broken Arrow
Miles
was
of
really
Graceland was a
good.
good one.
Yeah, like
So,
I don't know if it's just like
and then he started taking on all these like not good roles.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I'm like, ugh.
I don't understand because I mean, for what he was
He just
cast
kind of
as,
fell off.
he did
Yeah.
very well with. So I'm not
That's
sure.
what I'm saying. You just kind of
Yeah, I didn't understand it either. Like, why'd you fall off so hard? It's not like you like
got
maybe
blacklisted.
substance abuse.
It
or
could have been, or
alcoholism.
maybe he was hard to work with when he was using. I
Maybe.
mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
Then if he's sober now, give him a chance. Like I thought.
I mean, they
I
are
always thought
though.
he
He's
was
picking up
good.
bigger roles now. He
Yeah.
was just in that original Sin movie or show for
Oh,
Dexter,
yeah.
and then he's got something else coming out, I believe. I mean, but he does a lot of TV work now. He doesn't really do a lot of movie work. So
Yeah, I
But,
mean, maybe
whatever.
as you get
He's
older,
paying
it's
his
probably
bills.
a less strenuous kind of job schedule.
he's doing better than Mario Lopez. Mario Lopez is getting sued.
For what?
Something to do with some lady who was like advocating for something and for vaccinations, and he called her out or something on it, and now she's trying to sue him and Paramount and everything else, and it's a big fucking mess. Like, I don't know if you know, but Mario Lopez isn't that rich. He's not that popular of a guy. He hasn't
not
been
to mention, like, how can you sue someone over vaccination?
Well, it wasn't for vaccinations. It was because it was for slander or something like that.
Like
'Cause
defamation or
Yeah,
whatever.
it's for defamation. So, whatever. I don't care. He's got more money than me. I know that. Anyway, that's Christian Slater. Hope you guys,
Bye.
yeah, whatever. Next. Damn it.
You gotta use
Let's talk about the movie.
Let's just talk about this fucking movie. All right. This week we watched Heathers from 1980. I keep saying conflicting years. Is it 88 or 89?
88.
Because every IMDb and everybody's got it posted as 89. So I'm gonna post it as 89 because that's what pops up whenever I look it up. But then there's other places that are like it came out in 88. So
I know
maybe
it came out in the
maybe
US.
it had a theatrical release in 88, but it came out on.
It could have been.
VHS
I
and-
know in the U.S. it was released earlier than it was released in international markets because of the dark tone. A lot of people didn't want to show it, and yeah, it was a whole thing.
I don't know. I'm going with 89. That's fuck it, whatever. It's the 80s. Would you watch? Sorry, no. Do you got a plot synopsis? I'm not here today.
A girl who half-heartedly tries to be part of the in crowd of her school meets a rebel who teaches her a more devious way to play social politics by killing the popular kids. 1 hour and 43 minutes, rated R. Winona Ryder's Veronica Sawyer, Christian Slater's Jason Dean, Shannon Doherty as Heather Duke, Lee Falk as Heather McNamara, Kim Walker as Heather Chandler, and that's as far as I'm going. I mean, there was the guy that played Otho. He was in it too.
Yeah. All right, what'd you watch? What'd you recommend, Madison?
Yes and yes.
Yes and yes. I'm gonna say no and no. I didn't really care for this movie. I did not care for this movie.
I didn't think you would.
I was just like, way too long. It's too long. But yeah, well, I'll get into more of it, but no.
Yes and yes.
Karen, what do you think my answer is?
No and no.
There you go.
I think it might be. Maybe it's a guy
I
thing,
didn't figure
or
you guys would like
Yeah,
it.
it's
Jeremiah
fine.
liked it. He's liked it. He's
Is
watched
he?
it. It's probably the
I'm
second
sure
time.
that it's definitely something that might stick out to more people who have more of an appreciation for this genre of movie. But for me, I'm like, yeah, I couldn't get it. I couldn't get into it. I just, But hey, it's fun. I don't have to like every movie we watch.
No.
All right. Well, Madison is going to read the movie, and we will discuss.
Am I allowed to talk now?
Yeah, you're allowed to talk now, Madison.
Until we interrupt you.
That's how it goes on a normal day.
Damn it. There.
You should
If a
take
look
you
could
out
kill.
today.
Yeah.
17-year-old Veronica Sawyer is one of the most popular girls at Westerberg High School in Sherwood, Ohio. In addition to Veronica, the popular clique consists of 3 wealthy and beautiful girls with the same first name. The leader, Heather Chandler, the bookish, bulimic Heather Duke, and the weak-willed cheerleader, Heather McNamara. Though they are the most popular students, the Heathers are feared and hated by the students of Westerberg. Veronica has had enough of their behavior and longs to return to her old life and her nerdy friends. When a new student, a rebellious outsider named Jason Dean, or JD, pulls a gun on school bullies Kurt Kelly and Ram Sweeney and fires blanks at them, Veronica finds herself fascinated with him.
Why was he brought back to school?
I don't know.
Yeah, like that can't
Blanks
happen.
or not, dude.
That cannot happen.
You're
can't even
thinking
walk
today's-
you're
through the
thinking
door
with
with
2025
bullets.
brains though. Like we used to have kids at our
Even in
school
the
that had
80s.
guns in their cars.
Even in the 80s, if you brought
No,
a
we
gun,
didn't.
Yeah, we did. They had rifle things in the back of trucks and stuff.
On the parking lot, but not in the fucking school
I
cafeteria.
understand that, but I'm saying
even
A real
in the
gun
80s,
with-
if
with
somebody
blanks?
brought it into the
Exaggerated
school
drama.
and pointed at somebody and shot, even with a blank, they would be expelled.
Not only expelled, you're going to jail.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to fucking jail.
It's a drama. What do you
I mean, I
want
get
from
it's an
it?
Plus, it's-
over-exaggerated
yeah,
tale.
there's
but
a lot of.
I know, I get it. It's not the most
It's-
unrealistic thing about this movie, but
It's not supposed to necessarily be realistic. I mean, the fact that all of these people, like, okay, the cops, for example. Come on,
Get stoned in the
Are
cop
they-
there's
are they
there's
naked?
literally zero reason that the guy would pick up the gun and then go.
yeah,
Mhm.
It's on purpose.
fucking idiot.
When Veronica attends a frat party with Heather Chandler but refuses to have sex and throws up, Heather vows to destroy her reputation. JD shows up at Veronica's house and they end up having sex outside, after which Veronica tells JD she wants to make Heather puke her guts out. The next morning, Veronica and JD break into Heather's house. JD serves Heather a liquid he claims is a hangover cure, but is drain cleaner, killing her. JD urges Veronica to forge a dramatic suicide note in Heather's handwriting. The school and community look at Heather's apparent suicide as a tragic decision made by a popular but troubled teenager. Heather Duke soon steps into Heather Chandler's former role as clique leader and begins wearing a red scrunchie that belonged to Chandler. Several days later, Kirk and Ram spread a rumor about Veronica giving them oral sex, ruining her reputation. JD proposes that Veronica lure them into the woods with the promise to make the rumors true and then shoot them with non-fatal German bullets. JD shoots Ram, but Veronica misses Kirk, who runs away. Veronica realizes that the bullets were real. JD chases Kirk back towards Veronica, who panics and shoots him. JD plants gay materials beside the boys.
He pulls out
And-
the mineral water. Bad news.
Bad news. This explains it all.
And a suicide note stating the two were lovers participating in a suicide pact. At their funeral, the boys are made into martyrs against homophobia. Although she keeps dating JD, Veronica is alarmed by his behavior.
I love that they think that everybody in Ohio just goes out cow tipping and shit. Like,
Again, over exaggerating.
I
didn't even
Like
know
the
that.
mineral water, you
Yeah,
know?
I
Like,
didn't
and they
know
just
that was
kept
a
like
thing.
stereotyping everything about people in Ohio. I'm like, what the fuck? We don't do any of that stuff. Like,
And like all the other kids are all rich, and it's like in the movie, I'm like, no.
well, they were the main cast. They were the
Well,
only ones that you
I
saw.
looked up Sherwood, Ohio. No.
I don't think it's like accurate to the actual place, nor I mean
It should be though.
it's probably going to change over the years. What
it's like,
could have
hold
been
on, where the
affluent
fuck
in
is
the
this
80s
Sherwood, Ohio?
might-
Is it Eastern Ohio?
Oh fuck, I don't know.
I mean, what could have been fluent in the 80s? I mean, like, you know,
Yeah.
there was a lot of prosperity in the 80s.
Yeah, it could have gone down by now. In the
I mean,
past,
look at Detroit.
35 years, I
I mean, you know, look at Detroit. That was one of the most affluent places you could live.
It's
and-
closer to Bowling Green, so it's north.
Oh, it's just north. Gotcha. Go ahead.
Over there by Defiance.
At their funeral, the boys are made into martyrs against homophobia. Although she keeps dating JD, Veronica is alarmed by his behavior. Martha Dunstock, an obese, regularly bullied student known as Martha Dump Truck, pins a suicide note to her chest and walks into
Martha
traffic.
Dump Truck.
Her last name was Dunstock.
She survives but is badly injured
I
and is
stand by
mocked
what
for
I said.
trying to act popular. Heather McNamara calls a popular radio show one night while Veronica and Heather Duke are listening and talks of depression in her life. The next day, Heather Duke tells the entire school about Heather McNamara's radio call. McNamara, that is such a dumb name.
It's McNamara.
Just call her Mac.
It's McNamara.
It's McNamara.
Thank you for telling me that now.
Well, I don't want to keep like
I was gonna
being
correct
that
you.
person that corrects you all the
Yeah.
time either.
I was going to correct you, but I figured I'd get that look right there. So,
I was just seeing how long it would take you guys.
what, to correct her? I mean, I wanted to do it the first time she said it, but I was like, oh, it should just give me a dirty look.
McNamara.
Let's call her Mac.
Mackie.
Mac and
Attempts
cheese.
to take her life by
MacBook.
overdosing on pills in the girls' bathroom, but is saved by Veronica. Veronica tells JD that she will not participate in any more killings. He climbs into her room with a revolver to kill her, but Veronica has used a harness to make it look like she has hung herself. Thinking she's dead, he rambles about his plan to blow up the school during a pep rally. A petition he has been circulating via Heather Duke to get a band Big Fun to perform on campus was a mass suicide note. Most of the students had already signed.
What?
I thought I heard you laugh.
No.
You're not
Ha.
crazy, it's okay.
Huh.
Anyways.
Sorry. There, I laughed.
Anyways, most of the students had already signed, so the mass murder would appear to be a mass suicide instead. Veronica confronts JD in the boiler room below the gym during a school pep rally where he is rigging time explosives. She shoots him when he refuses to stop the bomb. As JD collapses, he stabs the timer and it stops. Veronica walks out through the pep rally
No
with
fucking
everyone
sense.
cheering. What?
She stabs it and it stops.
Should have blew up right then and there.
Like, all you did was stab the dynamite. I don't understand how that stopped it from blowing up.
I also don't know how bombs work necessarily.
TNT
so I
is
don't
very
know.
unstable.
Yeah, he just stabbed the top of the TNT with a knife and it just stopped blinking.
I assume the circuit broke the circuit.
I don't think that's how that works, but I'll go with it.
I don't know. I'm saying
Neither
you
does he.
need-
He's
you
just
need
talking.
some
No,
kind of-
see, okay, so what I'm assuming how he had it rigged up is that he had the igniters come from the timer. The timer, whenever it goes off, it sparks those igniters, and that's how it explodes. Well, if you just stab a knife into it, that's not going to stop the timer. It's still going to blow up.
The wires, though. He stabbed the wires.
No, the
He
knife
stabbed
was,
maybe a wire, but
He
Stuck.
stabbed through the center.
no, it was stuck in the one on the outside.
movie logic, man.
It
I'll
was
run
not
with it.
Stuck on the outside.
Like I
No,
said,
it was not on the
he
outside.
pulled a gun out in the cafeteria.
It was
and didn't get
in.
expelled,
It was in
so.
one of the dynamite on the outside.
Again, over exaggeration.
I know.
To your point with the
yeah,
gun.
I know. That's where I'm.
But I mean, it's not the first time I've seen that in a movie with somebody stabbing a timer or something and it shutting off the bomb. But he stabbed through the center of where all of the wires were together,
Right.
like a bundle,
But why did the timer stop then?
because it shut off the power and everything. Like you hit the wires aren't connected to the timer anymore.
I don't know. I'm not even questioning it anymore.
I'm just saying, like I
don't understand it, but that's some MacGyver shit. He just MacGyvered the fuck out of that thing with just a knife. Stopped it. Okay.
I think it's
Continue.
logical, but that's just me.
Veronica walks out through the pep
I just thought
rally
it was
with
funny
everyone
that he used
cheering.
actual dynamite, like that you would see in a cartoon instead of like C4 or something. Like dynamite.
He used the same thing his dad did
Right,
to kill
right,
his
yeah, I
mom,
know.
Well,
which would have been old technology. It
Right.
was supposed to be poetic.
Oh.
How many people knew about C4 back then? Though?
Well, it's not about C4. It's about him using the same thing that his dad used to kill his mom.
That's fucked up. Yeah.
The severely injured JD follows her outside with a bomb strapped to his chest, offers what amounts to be a personal eulogy as Veronica looks on and detonates the bomb. Veronica confronts Heather Duke, takes the red scrunchie, says, "Heather, my love, there's a new sheriff in town," and invites Martha Dunstock to hang out on prom night and watch movies with her.
I did like that part.
Yeah, I mean that part was.
I thought that was pretty endearing. I really liked it. I thought that was kind of heartfelt. I liked that part. And I also liked the part where she actually hung out with her friend, Betty, who's actually, if you didn't know that, it's...
Betty and Veronica.
No. Betty is
Emilio Estevez.
Emilio Estevez' sister, yeah. So that's... Her name is... Fuck is her name? It's Estevez. I know that. I can't remember her first name. But
I don't remember.
But yeah, that's Emilio Estevez and Charlie Sheen's sister. So I don't think she did much acting after this, though. She only did a couple movies.
Mm-mm.
Must have been just not for her.
No, I mean this movie is just completely. It's a social commentary, and it's supposed to be over the top, especially when you think about like the dream sequences and like Veronica's reaction to things. You know, like she could just not hang out with them, but instead, you know, she thinks she can like fix it from the inside, sort of.
Right.
But at the same time, she, you know, like the scene where she's like, I killed my best friend, and he's like, and your worst enemy, and she's like, same difference. I mean, it's like,
Yeah, I get the idea of the movie and the point behind the movie. My issue isn't that, though. My issue is that the movie jumps around a lot. It's convoluted. Sometimes doesn't make any sense, and the movie is too long. This movie should have been in a mini series. So, because they have so much that they're trying to pack into this movie, story-wise, character-wise, everything. And there just isn't enough here to unpack everything.
like
So,
what though?
Did they have miniseries back in the 80s?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, they did. Yeah.
they did.
So my thing is I want to know the Heathers more. I want to know Veronica more. I want to give us more about JD and why he is the way he is. Because it seems like he just kind of goes off the rails for no reason. But he gives a reason, but it's not enough. You know what I mean? For me.
I mean, sure. If that's, I mean, I don't want to know how the cake is made, so this is perfect.
But I
for
do
me.
though, because I think that would make for a more interesting story. In this case, Like, and don't get me wrong,
They gave me enough.
Like
the dad's an asshole who doesn't give a shit
I
about
understand
anybody,
that,
and he
but
killed
like,
his mom.
you could have gave like in a miniseries, this could be fleshed out more. You'd feel more empathy and sympathy for
like
a lot
the
of the
whole
characters.
Veronica and JD relationship. It was like they flirted in the lunch one time, and then the next time they meet, they're fucking in
the
her
backyard.
lawn. I mean,
They're
there was
playing
just
strip
like
croquet.
what the fuck, you know?
She's also best friends with bitches that she can't stand.
I get that. Yeah, I understand. But
I feel like if they were to make a miniseries, no one would like Veronica.
I don't care to know any of the Heathers anymore. I know enough that you've got Heather number 1, who's a vapid bitch who hates herself. I mean, I know all of that in the little amount of screen time she has. Heather McNamara is a airheaded, no will, no backbone. I mean, she gets date raped and talks about that's the last guy I had sex with. No, he raped you. Then you've got Heather Duke, who is this mousy little person who all of a sudden grows a backbone when the first Heather gets taken out. I don't need to know anymore. Veronica is a girl who wanted to be popular, figured out what popularity was going to cost, and didn't want it anymore, didn't know how to get out of it. I don't need to know anymore. A girl who
would let her friend get date raped.
Yeah, I don't need to know anymore. And then you've got JD, who was raised by a psycho, and then you wonder why he's a psycho. I don't need to know anymore.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, if you flesh out those characters a little more, you would better understand them. I think you would have more sympathy.
I think to her point, though, I think that it's done on purpose.
Well, yeah, of course it is, because it's played up. This movie's played up for, like, it's a dark comedy. Mm-hmm. It's played up for laughs. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, behind there's a lot of serious tones here.
Sure.
So... But that's not what I'm saying, though. What I'm saying, though, is that I think that a movie like this, with as much story as there is to be told, could be told in a miniseries, and I think it would fare a lot better.
I just don't understand the story thing. Like, I think the timeline is fine. I don't see a convoluted story. I understand what was going on.
Mostly just because there's a lot of instances where it goes from this to that and no explanation. You know what I mean?
Like what though?
I don't know. I can't. I've only watched this movie once, so it's hard for me to think of an example. But it's just there's a lot in the movie that I'm like, why are we going from here to here? And I don't understand. Like,
I don't get the comedy aspect of it. That's just where
I do. I understand the comedy. There's a lot of dark humor.
My favorite line in this movie is my teen angst bullshit has a body count. That's literally like my favorite line.
Yeah.
It sums up everything in the movie. Like, they're all teens and they're all going through some shit, but yet, you know, like her and JD to choose to kill people over it. And then, you know, you've got Otho who's up there giving a eulogy and talks about MTV video games. And you've got
that part I laughed a little bit.
Yeah, and then you've got the cops who go over there and they pick up a gun the right way, and then he picks it up with his hand. And then he says, you know, 2 people who actually should be suspects, they're just fucking in the car.
Well, I'm surprised JD's not a suspect.
And
right
then
off
the mineral water thing, like that's a dead giveaway for them being gay. You've got the fact that they made them gay because they were such
after
jerks.
I saw that scene, I threw all my mineral water away.
I knew there was something off. But that's the comedy in it. It's not outright comedy. It's not like, you know, Jim Carrey tripping or what. It's a very subtle and dark humor. So that's why, I guess.
You know, like that whole scenario, I'm surprised JD wasn't a suspect right off the get, considering the fact that he pulled a gun on those 2 guys.
That's the point. That's what I'm saying.
There's a lot of things in this movie that I'm like, they would have gotten caught after the first murder.
Exactly. Exactly. That's the point, you know.
Because the first thing they're going to do, like, oh, she drank Drano. Yeah. They're going to go down and they're going to take the Drano in as evidence.
Fingerprint it.
Or like her using the word myriad, even though she had just failed that in a vocab test. Nobody's going to go, oh, that's so deep. No, that's a clue. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of those things lead into a very
I get the
world.
I get the ignorance behind all these characters. Yeah. Like, I understand all that.
Like the mom and the dad. Like, the one scene that kills me, and I love it for what happens, is like, so the dad's sitting there and they're having this whole conversation. Veronica's getting very upset and saying, you know, I want to be treated like a human being and blah, blah, blah. And she says, you know, something about bunny rabbits being patronized. And the dad's like, I don't patronize bunny rabbits.
Yeah.
And then the mom is like, you know, when teenagers complain about not being treated like human beings, it's usually because they're being treated like human beings. So in the span of a second, you've got a very ridiculous statement, and then one that's very poignant.
Yeah.
You know,
Like whenever he says, "Why do I keep reading these damn spy novels?" And she's like,
'Cause
"Because you're an idiot."
Yeah.
And he's like, and she's like, "Oh, you guys."
Yeah.
It's like, all right.
So it's
And they
just,
do that twice. So
yeah.
that's how you know it's something that they're trying to kind of nail home there with the way that the parents and their relationship.
Well, it's not just that though. I mean, like the mom's pretty stupid most of the movie,
Mhm.
but she says this one line right after a very ludicrous line, and I think that's done on purpose because it's supposed to bring a bit of like realness to the situation, because we're looking at it through the teenager's eyes and we're just going, okay, you know, this is happening or whatever. You're just taking it at face value and going, okay, whatever, it's fine. But like when the mom says what she says about, you know, teenagers complaining that they just want to be treated like human beings because they usually are, it's like a grounding moment. And it doesn't last. It's not supposed to. But it just sticks out to me in the movie.
I do like whenever they essentially say that by killing them, making them think that they've committed suicide, they've essentially made them more popular. And that's not a fucking false statement.
No.
Anymore. That's, I mean, it's a lot of attention.
There's a lot of grounding in reality cloaked by a dark humor.
Yeah. I get a lot of that. Like the girl being ignored after just literally being raped. I mean.
Or like, you know, when Martha Dump Truck tries to kill herself and then she gets made fun of for it.
Yeah,
where the popular kids can do it.
Yep.
And it's okay, but she tries because she's genuinely going through something.
See, that's different though, because I don't believe that for a second, because I know that a lot of kids nowadays, and even in the past, if they attempted suicide, they weren't made fun of for it. They were
No.
like, that's absolutely
People tiptoed around them a little.
They definitely tiptoed around them and made them people typically, as heartless as the world can be, in situations like that, people who do those things typically obtain more attention, and people will try to help them and console them. Yeah,
I think in this situation, it's done from the perspective that, one, I don't think our high school was nearly as bad as some.
Right.
And second of all, I think it's also to highlight the fact that these kids are so vapid, disgenuine, and terrible. It's supposed to give a more focus on the fact that they are really just jerks, and not to say that they're okay for doing what they're doing. It's just supposed to highlight that fact even further.
I want to bring up one thing. So the one jock guy, not the blonde, but the other one, that was totally the guy from Three Ninjas, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
He was one of the thugs from Three Ninjas. I liked him way more in Three Ninjas. He was like the stoner, kind of like.
Mm-hmm. He was the main one.
Yeah, he was the main one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I saw him, I was like, dude, where did I see him from? And I was like, Three Ninjas.
And another thing,
he drank the lacted Coke.
He did, yeah. Yep.
In today's world, the school would have been on Miss Fleming's side all the way. And that I found very interesting from a social perspective from then to now. Because she's treated as such a flake, and she is.
Yeah.
But they would have been, today, it would be all about, she would be the one leading the charge. And the first thing she does is, I have her note. You bitch.
Yeah,
you know
I have her notes. Motherfucker.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is nowadays they'd be like, oh, how, I don't know, poetic and cool and no.
No, it's terrible.
Yeah. People that wear Kurt Cobain's suicide note on a shirt. What are you doing? But we do that. We had t-shirts. So,
I'm sure that's not what he intended whenever he killed himself.
No, God, no. That's what I'm saying. We make this is supposed to be a joke, right? But that kind of shit is happening. It has happened in real life. People wore Kurt Cobain's suicide note. So I don't think this movie is that far off of its social commentary. You want my honest opinion?
Right.
Really isn't.
The people that made money off of the real criminals.
Right. Well, the ones that bought it are the real criminals. It's not the person that tried to market it, because if it marketed and flopped, who cares? But people who bought that are the ones that really should be held accountable.
Right. Do you guys have anything else you want to cover?
No, I don't think so.
No? All right, well, let's go ahead and move into reviewing.
Let's review this bitch.
Yeah, no shit. All right, Madison, what did you think of Heathers?
I like this movie. It was pretty good.
You
I'll
going to
give it a
speak up a
7.
little bit?
I'm speaking directly into the mic. What do you want me to do? Blow their eardrums?
Are you happy or are you gonna fuck me up?
I'll give it a 7.
Giving it a 7? Why?
Yes. Because I liked it.
Okay, good reason. For me, I didn't like it as much as Madison, apparently. I didn't even know she liked it that much. She had no, expressions on her face.
She's Van
I didn't know
Damming
we
it.
were watching the movie until I came down for dinner and it was on.
I said, hey, we're going to start this movie.
I was going to
together.
go to Tim Hortons with Ada, but no. People are making plans for me now. Even though I only have 2 weeks left
You
of
can
it.
watch it on your own fucking time. You don't have to watch it with me.
Mm-mm. Not anymore. It's already watched.
She might make it to the Navy.
You gotta catch me first.
You can't run that fast.
And you can't run that fast either.
I'll try.
I'm sure you will. Don't blow a knee.
I'll just throw a rock at you.
You blew. I'm really good at dodging rocks. I got practice.
You sound like that whenever you do it, too?
No, I don't sound like a retard. No, I don't sound like a retard like you.
Jeez. It's getting rough.
I didn't grow up in the special ed class like
It's
you
getting
did.
rough in
Sorry.
here. Oh, it doesn't seem-
God, he thinks he's special, but he's only special ed.
I knew that was
Somebody's
coming.
hateful today, isn't she?
You started. I was in a perfect mood whenever I came down here.
I'm good.
Should be
Now.
Anyway, for me, I don't particularly like this movie that much. It's not a bad movie. It's just not my movie. I think it's. I don't think it's aged that well. Like whenever it comes to some of the ideas in the movie, I suppose it hasn't aged well in that aspect because, well, I get where they're coming from with the different social classes and that blah blah blah. They do that in a lot of movies. Like Mean Girls is a good example of social classes. But in this movie, I think that it's just kind of I don't know. I don't care for it. I don't care for it that much. And it might be because I think it's more of a girls type of movie, maybe. I don't know. That could be. Christian Slater's character is extremely unrealistic, and I didn't like the ending at all, actually. Like, honestly, the ending really killed the movie a lot for me. I thought that the way that Christian Slater's character was shot, you presumed him to be dead, and then he comes out still alive, and then he blows himself up. I didn't like that. I thought it was...
Jokingly.
Huh?
Jokingly.
Yeah, I just thought it was kind of too slapsticky almost, you know what I mean? Like, I get that the movie's supposed to be unrealistic in a lot of ways, but it's also realistic in some ways, and I thought that was very cartoonish, I guess you could say. Like, her face is black and her hair is sticking up, and then he's like, he blows himself up, and like, I don't know. I didn't care for that as much. I thought the ending kind of killed the whole
I can
movie.
see how it would be better in a book.
In a book?
Mm-hmm.
Was this a book first?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I know they did a musical. I think it was a movie. Like,
I don't know. I'm not interested.
yeah, I'm not either, but I'm just saying I know they did some kind of musical or something for it.
I read some
I
of the
could
changes
see-
that they had made, and I didn't agree with them. I didn't like them.
Maybe,
so
but I
don't
could
want
see this
anything to do
movie
with it.
being better as a musical. You know what I mean? Like, I like musicals, though. That's me. But I think that this movie as a musical would be kind of interesting, too. Because I think that it would help play into a lot of that dark humor and things like that a little better. And because it's already unrealistic as it is. So I think that the music would make it, I don't know, I think it would make it more fun, I suppose. But aside from that, the movie isn't terrible. It's just not that good for me. I think it's aged poorly. I think it's, I don't like a lot of what it had to say, I guess. Teen suicide isn't something that I don't really particularly think it's that much of a joke. I know that's not what they were trying to say, but I don't know. I didn't care for the movie, so I'm gonna give.
If you take teen suicide as like the thing in this movie, that's the same thing as what they did with Natural Born Killers. You missed the point.
Right, I understand. I get it. I know that's not what they were trying to say. Is that teen suicide is a joke. I know that's not what they're trying to say in the movie. But for me, I think I'm just gonna go fucking down the middle a little bit and just give it a 5. Nah, I'll give it a 5.5. It's better than that, so I'll give it a 5.5. So I didn't care for it that much. It wasn't terrible. I just didn't like it that much.
I mean, I can see what you're saying with the
I mean, this might be a movie that maybe I need to see more than one. This is my first time ever watching it. So
Well, I can see what you mean about like the cartoonishness of the ending, but like
that was the part that I didn't like the most.
I don't care that that's the way like she ended up looking or whatever, because like it's the outlandishness, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the fact that he blew himself up, in my opinion, is more poetic than him blowing up the school, because in the end, those bombs had to go off one way or another for his point to be made. And, if, he's going to die, because he's going to, right? She shot him good enough. He's going to die one way or the other. He's going to bleed out or he's going to, blow himself up. Then at least this way, he got his point across to his father, because really that's who he was trying to get a point across to.
Right.
I don't mind that so much. I really think that one of the best things about this movie is the sly little comments that are made that you almost miss. Like when she's writing... I did
like some of those.
Yeah, like when she's writing in her diary and she's like, no one can stop JD, not the FBI, not the CIA, not the PTA. And you're like, PTA? Really?
Yeah.
Like that's in the same category, And like, I don't know. Oh, the other one that always gets me, there's 2 lines in this movie that I love. And one is the my teen angst has a body count. And the other one is when the teacher came up and was talking to Veronica and she said, JD said you killed yourself. And she's like, well, we need to talk, because whether or not to kill yourself is one of the most important decisions you can make.
Yeah.
And she's like, get a job.
Yeah.
Like, I love that scene too. But yeah, I mean, I've been watching this since I was...
Almost like killing yourself at this point was like a fashion statement. Because
yeah, like
all the popular kids are doing it, so you got to do it too.
And that
but
is,
make sure you make the right decision.
That is the point, right?
Yeah.
Like that is the point of the movie. But like, I think that it's done well. The only bad thing for it to age would be, in my opinion, the fashion and the fact that we're talking about teen suicide. I think that if you tried to make it today in the same fashion, you'd end up with all of those people that missed the fucking point, just like, natural born killers. It's not glorifying teen suicide. It's not saying it's okay. It's literally, talking about how dumb it is. So, I grew up watching this movie. I love this movie. I've always loved this movie, but there are some, things about it I don't care for. One of the things that sticks out to me is Veronica talks about how smart she is, and throughout the movie, it's literally like a key point of her personality, but she doesn't recognize the signs of the fact that he's not good. Like, he shows up at her house unannounced. How did he get her fucking address? And like, then he shows up where she's at like that date with Ram and Kurt, and he didn't know about it. So how did he know where to go? So like,
I did notice that like there's a lot of creep factor on his part, and
right.
that she's too dumb to realize that he's actually
she's like
in a toxic
blind.
relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
She might be blind by it. I think in a way that's sort of a good thing. So I don't know if I can say that's a bad thing, because even the smartest girls can get pulled into things like that. So, I guess it could just be another social commentary. Maybe I shouldn't judge it so harshly based on that. So for me, it's a 7.5. I like this movie.
I mean, I really didn't get the movie that much, so... I mean,
Transformers 2, guys. Come on.
Hmm?
It's no Transformers 2, guys. Come on.
That's an 11.
That's an 11.
Hey, we all have those movies like that. That like somebody, like everybody can make fun of me all they want, but like Howard the Duck, 10.
Dude,
Howard the Duck is a fucking great movie.
I'm just saying.
Why is Transformers my thing though?
I don't get it. Just because like Transformers 2 is like your quintessential like no brain like Michael Bay fucking bullshit.
That's basically what it's just
a dumb fucking movie with no plot and No
I don't think they're
personality.
stupid, if that makes you feel
But it's got a
better.
bunch of big explosions and all this bullshit. So I pick on you for it. I know you don't like it that much.
Go explode, go boom.
Go boom boom.
Fire!
Fire.
Fire.
Fire bad.
That and it's not a good movie.
No, it's not. But out of all the Transformers movies, Transformers, the first one was okay.
Yeah, it was
after
alright.
I like the
that,
first
after
one.
that, it was
Yeah.
like now you're just
Oh, they were all cash grabs after
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
like even like the Bumblebee movie. That was
okay. That one was okay though.
I didn't like
mind
it.
that
I
one.
didn't watch that one.
I don't like it.
It was all right. It was better than the other ones.
Yeah,
My brothers like the Bumblebee one, but none of the other ones.
the Beast,
no.
the Beast War or whatever, where they brought in the
Yeah.
the ape and all. That. I was
I
like,
didn't watch that one.
oh,
I haven't seen that one.
don't.
I'm not going to.
Anyways, back to this movie. No, I really didn't. I didn't understand. Like, I didn't get the whole comedy in it. I understood like why they were doing like the social stuff like that, and it just didn't really appeal to me. So I'm going to stick with 5 on it.
Okay, so that's a 6.25.
Yeah. All right. All right. Fuck. What do we think on the Rotten Tomatoes?
A lot of them are newer, so critics, I'm gonna say 47.
Oof. You think it's that low?
Again, I think it's another kind of Natural Born Killers thing
So
where
you
like
think
72.
Critics is 47.
47.
72.
I'm going to come somewhere in the middle, and I'm going to go. I'll just say an even 60.
Yep. Madison's going to take us 95%.
Holy shit!
holy shit. Okay.
Apparently they get it, Karen.
I guess so. I guess I'm just so used to like those kind of movies falling flat
Right.
for critics. Okay.
Audience.
All right.
Audience, oh man,
I still think it's low.
I don't think it's a 95%.
No, I'm gonna go. I'll go 60. I'm gonna take your 60.
87.
I'm gonna go 75.
Nah, you guys got me doing fucking math.
Shit.
Hey, Mister. The other day when you were like, it's a 7.25, like off the
You're-
top of your head.
Yeah, that was easy.
That was easy, Karen.
So finding the. Okay.
All right, you said what?
What did I say?
You said 75.
75, yeah.
And you said
87.
60.
What is that? You're out.
No, I'm just trying to fuck with them now.
well, it's an 83%.
That would
What did you say?
be
That'd be me.
Madison.
That'd be
Yeah,
me.
that's Madison.
Suck it, I won both.
Yeah,
Suck
see,
it.
I'm not.
Whoa, dude, calm
not,
down.
Not doing math right now.
That's
The only reason
Madison.
why I guessed that one right is because I knew people my age really liked the Heathers TikTok.
Oh.
Critics' consensus: dark, cynical,
Wait, the
and
one I made?
subversive.
The
Yeah.
one I did?
No, it's
Subversive.
just
Oh,
like,
the
it comes
other
up on my
one?
For You page
Yeah.
all the time.
Heathers gently applies a chainsaw to the conventions of the high school movie, changing the game for teen comedies to follow.
I could see its influence in other movies, yeah.
Mean Girls?
Yeah, for sure. Mean
Yeah.
Girls.
Definitely.
Mean Girls is Heathers
Yeah.
without the
Yeah,
killing.
it's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's Heathers for sure.
More comedy and not dark.
Yeah, not dark. It's more comedy.
That's what I'm saying. It's
More
Heathers
teen
without the
drama,
killing.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
So, Manfred
it's
W.
Disney Heathers.
yeah.
I thought it would be humorous, but it just turned out to be a dark and depressing murder, kill for no reason movie. 1.5 star. Aiden A. Do people only like Heathers because it's from the 80s?
There's lots of 80s movies I don't like.
Aiden A, you're an Aiden asshole.
He gave it a 2 star.
Dumbass.
Sean M. gave it
Yeah, I only like it from the 80s.
I only like 80s movies.
There's a lot of 80s movies I don't like.
I know.
Sean M. gave it a 2.5. Wasn't that good? I don't know what all the raving reviews are for. Lost me and I couldn't finish the last half hour.
Okay, then.
Mind you, I had to like scroll through to find any bad
I'm
ones.
sure, yeah.
You don't
Ed.
finish the movie, you don't get it. You don't.
Yeah.
Get
You don't
to
have an
say.
opinion, yeah.
Ed. Just Ed. Ed. 1.5 star.
2.9.
Maybe his name is ED. ED.
Hey, I've got that initial, so
Eric
literally,
Dick.
literally, I have to put ED on like
I don't know
most of
what
my
his last
things
name
I
is.
sign.
Ed?
Ed.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
anybody ever call you Ed in high school?
Nah. It was mostly Douglas.
Douglas. Guys always called each other by the last names in school.
People call me by my last name, and I'm a
Dougie.
chick.
And then I got married.
Do the
first time
Dougie.
they called me Freddie.
Remember that song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he gave it a
Shut up.
one
It's
and
just
a
like,
half.
what?
He's got a little bit long one. That made me just a little bit uncomfortable looking at the trailer. I thought it would be more humorous, but it just turned out to be dark, depressing. I suspect the movie is supposed to make you feel this way to get across the message that teenagers are messed up, but I think it took it too far. First of all, there's the emotional and physical manipulation of Veronica by her boyfriend JD, and then there's the sensitivity of suicide. If you want a movie with the same message but less troubling, try Mean Girls.
Get over yourself.
JD is literally a terrorist. Also,
Honestly, I hate the watering down of teen movies.
Also, the conflict
Yeah,
could have
I do
been
too.
solved if Veronica had just called 911 instead of trying to take matters into her own hands.
No dirt.
That's one thing I do like about the Breakfast Club, though, is that like, it doesn't water any of that down.
Yeah, that's.
It shows you
yeah.
true and actual, like, I mean, not completely
It's
true.
it's
but
a dated.
it's dated.
It's a dated
but
like.
it's a true reality for kids,
Yeah,
teenagers.
that's what
and
I.
the shit
That's
in
what I
their
said when we
everyday
were watching it.
struggles.
It's a dated concept, or those are dated concepts they're dealing with in the movie.
Yeah,
But kids having to deal with similar issues or worse is no different today.
mm-hmm.
Billy Bob, 1.
It's actually worse today for kids.
I agree.
This is the guy's name's Billy Bob, 1. 5 stars. Might be the most flawless possible comedy movie.
He gave it 5 stars.
He gave it 5 stars.
and he said it was flawless.
Maybe he got-
flawless.
I don't know if I'd
possible
say
comedy movie.
flawless.
Maybe he got confused.
I had to throw this 5-star in there.
Yeah, that's fine. You can throw a 5-star in there if you want.
Hey, that was like that one that we did, and I knew everybody was gonna hate it, so I did good reviews on it. You remember that?
Sometimes those are entertaining as shit. 'Cause you're like, what the fuck? Are you dumb?
I knew we were all gonna hate it, so I was like, I'm gonna throw him a curveball.
Oscar M, 3 stars. This was kind of a weird movie. I can't say anything more. Ed M.
No.
Oh, there's Ed
All right,
and
Ed did
M.
it twice.
Yeah.
He's just trying to change it up a little.
Yeah. Weird movie. The premise is better than the execution. 2-star.
So, and Dick.
I kind of
or
agree with that
Ed,
a little
Dick,
bit. I do kind of agree
And
with
then
that. Like, I like the premise, but the execution of
Ed,
it wasn't
Dick,
the
and
best,
then
in my
Ed.
opinion.
Anna, 1 star. I think it was very boring. I wanted to stop. The acting was fine. Don't really get how this is an amazing movie and how it got very good reviews. Fred J, 1.5 star. I'm not sure why anyone likes this film. A dark comedy can be alright if it's funny, but there aren't any genuine laughs in this. A few clever lines and a lot of sadism and graphic violence. A lot of cruelty and family grief and
There's
bloody
no graphic violence in this movie.
bloody maiming
Most
of
graphic you
young
get is her
people,
crashing into the table.
which I guess is
Yeah.
supposed to be hilarious. It probably appeals to the real life sociopaths like the
a
character JD
gunshot
represents.
wound. Oh no.
The only redeeming thing about this film is Winona Ryder's face.
Oh my
No
god.
name. Just don't 1.5 star. Just doesn't hold up. Bad visuals and acting, although it is very 80s and it isn't just good. The acting by anyone but Ryder was dry and dull, with no more than any one personality trait. The movie failed to execute the satire and on interesting premise just because something is outlandish doesn't make it satire, and this movie fails to realize that. The plot is boring and has no continuity. The film as a whole just hasn't aged well at all from storytelling or cinematic standpoint. Last one. Candace E. This was a horrible movie that made no sense. The characters acted like they had no brains.
Sweet.
All right.
That's it.
All right. Well, there you go. There's your reviews. Let's move on. That's the fucking button.
Sweet ass trivia with Karen.
There's not.
Really?
There's just not that much.
Really?
Like, there was a lot, but it wasn't. I didn't think it was all that. Like,
I can't
interesting.
imagine it would be.
No, it
You
was,
think?
I
But
mean,
usually, the older the movie is, the more trivia there is for it.
yeah, there
because
was
more things
over.
come out
There
over
was
time.
over 100, but it wasn't like a lot of it is too similar, or
Oh.
like one was talking about how Winona Ryder and Christian Slater dated, and then another one was talking about how they
Who didn't
dated
she
and
date
they
back
did
in the
this,
day?
and then they did this, and it was like, okay, we get.
I'm
that
pretty
they
sure she dated about every, like,
She
on
married
The longest
screen
one
love
was
interest.
Johnny Depp. They
Yeah.
were engaged and everything.
She
Yeah.
married one.
Who'd she marry?
Keanu Reeves.
Oh yeah.
The most important one.
Yeah, absolutely.
At least today, anyway. He is definitely the most
They
important one.
literally.
Didn't he have-
Yeah, I know they had to go into
Who,
knowledge.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves? Fuck no.
What?
Who told me that? Someone told me that
See,
he
as if
abused
he
someone.
abused his wife.
Oh jeez,
Don't
like,
you defame that man.
No,
Could you imagine
Never.
if he did? Like,
good Lord, Madison.
See,
don't
that's
start
what
that.
I
Keanu
thought.
Reeves is like one of the
I can't
nicest
remember
people
who
on the
told me
planet.
that, but that's what
No
ran
shit.
through my head too. I was like, I thought he was like the nicest guy on the
He
planet.
is
Why
the
would
nicest
do
guy
Out
that?
of
on
all
the
the
planet.
actors,
he literally
If
walks
I
around
ever
and tells
found
everybody
out-
they're amazing.
If
Like,
I ever found out, like, I would give up.
I give up
hope
on.
in
Yeah,
humanity.
I'm done with
All hope
society.
in-
I'm gonna go
done.
find a.
I'm gonna go and live
gonna go
by
live on a
myself
mountain
in the
somewhere.
woods, and y'all can fuck off.
If there was
Yeah.
just an actor I could just sit down and talk to, it'd probably be him.
Yeah, yeah. I bet he's a super.
I don't think
sweet
I could
guy.
talk to him. I'd just be like,
Can I hold your hand?
just touch my face.
Cuddle me.
Hold me.
Can I touch your beard?
Winona Ryder's agent begged her not
It
to
says
be.
there's no credible evidence or reports that Keanu Reeves has ever abused anyone, while there was a lawsuit where a photographer claimed Reeves intentionally drove into him.
Well, no shit. I would
Okay,
have
well,
that's different, though.
Paparazzi are
Judge-
people.
Yeah,
so-
paparazzi ain't
Judge
people.
dismissed the case.
That's like that video of like Toby Maguire going the fuck off on the paparazzi.
No,
'cause
Oh my
shit.
God.
He couldn't see to turn or
Dude.
get out, and he's like just going the fuck off. Get out of the way, you fucking asshole! I'm like, yeah. I
I'd
was
have
like,
been the
oh,
same
Toby
way.
Maguire's this bad person. No, he's not. He's a normal dude trying to get on with his life, and you're in his fucking way.
Flashing his fucking eyes
No,
where he
it
can't
says-
see.
it
And he's
says-
driving a vehicle.
The judge dismissed the case, stating there was no evidence of contact and that the photographer likely tripped on his own feet.
That's hilarious.
Did you guys see that? He ran me over, man. That's what
Dude,
it
your
was.
shoes aren't tied.
Yeah. You left you're wearing fucking flip flops, dude.
You're not even wearing Crocs. You're in sports
Yeah.
mode, dude.
And I can, like, just see Keanu Reeves, like, getting out and check on him afterwards.
Oh yeah.
No, I don't think you would if he was in a like, yeah, serves you right, motherfucker.
Thump, thump. What was that?
Oh shit. Was that your foot?
Speed
My
bump.
bad. Send me a bill.
Speed bump.
When
Try to
I
give him a motorcycle like he did to the FX team
Yeah.
for the Matrix. Hey, that's a
Here you go.
bonus. Here's motorcycles.
here, since you lost the case, I'll buy you
Yeah.
a motorcycle. Winona Ryder's agent begged her to not be in the movie, stating her career would be over. Originally, the book that suicidal students supposedly underlined meaningful passages was from The Catcher in the Rye. The producers could not get permission from J.D. Salinger to use the book. It was changed to Moby Dick because Herman Melville works are in public domain. Tori Spelling, who had seen the film, recommended Shannon Doherty to her father, Aaron Spelling, for one of the lead roles in his new show about high school students, Beverly Hills 90210. Christian Slater has stated that his performance was heavily inspired by Jack Nicholson. He claims that he wrote a letter to Nicholson asking him to watch the film but did not receive an answer.
You think he watched it?
No.
I don't think he did either.
Writer Daniel Waters said in an interview, I did come up with this crazy Heather's 2 idea where Veronica becomes a page for a senator named Heather, played by Meryl Streep. The ending is her assassinating the president and getting away with it, and it's a good thing. Winona Ryder,
What?
like as in that president was like a
Yeah.
bad person or
Yeah.
something, I guess.
So that's the Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah.
It even has Meryl Streep in
That's
it.
true, yeah. Brad Pitt auditioned for the role of Jason Dean. He was rejected because he was considered too nice. Jim Carrey, Judd Nelson, and Jason Bateman and Johnny Depp were all considered for the role of JD. With its shared themes of vicious girl cliques and murderous outcasts getting revenge, the film was described by many critics as a 1980s version of Carrie. 2 of the cast members tragically died at young ages in ways that were eerily prophesied by the movie. Jeremy Applegate, whose character Peter Dawson praised that he will never commit suicide, who shot himself on March 23rd of 2000 at the age of 34.
Who was that?
The nerdy guy who sat at the her, and he
okay.
was like, please don't ever let me commit suicide.
Die from suicide.
And which other one was it?
I haven't read that one.
Oh, my bad.
Kim Walker, whose character Heather Chandler, Heather number 1, asks, "Did you have a brain tumor for breakfast? Died of a brain tumor on March 6, 2001 at the age of 32.
You're talking about the first Heather?
One. Mm-hmm. The one that died first.
Oh, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
That explains why her picture on IMDb is
the same.
Yeah.
According to Winona Ryder in Harper's Bazaar YouTube interview, Heathers has become a cult classic, but it did not do well originally despite getting amazing reviews. In fact, she remembers going with Christian Slater around the country and seeing protests in movie theaters due to the dark subject matter of the movie. Winona Ryder said she was motivated to make this movie because of her strong feelings about girl cliques, the pervasive bullying that goes on in high schools, and the hellishness of the high school experience. According to Winona Ryder, she was slipped the Heathers script by Michael McDowell, who wrote Beetlejuice and was a friend of Winona's. The script was going around secretly, and she got slipped the script very early on in its process. When she read for the part, they didn't think she was pretty enough because she was known as the weird girl from Beetlejuice in her other previous movies.
See, I wondered if she had done this before Beetlejuice, because didn't Beetlejuice come out in... What?
Well, no, she filmed Beetlejuice first, and they didn't want to hire her because of it, so I don't know. Maybe,
that's what I'm asking.
Yeah,
so Beetlejuice did it first.
Yeah, Beetlejuice was first.
Was Beetlejuice 87, 88? 86?
I think.
I can't remember. I know we did Beetlejuice, but...
She thought that this was fair, so she went across the street to the Beverly Center and went to Macy's and had them do a makeover. She even went so far as to saying they didn't even have to pay her.
They said that was fair. She said that was fair, that she wasn't attractive enough?
Yeah.
How humble of her, but also not true.
Well, she's known as one of the actresses who,
88.
legit thinks that she's not attractive.
So,
because, in
it's
school,
not that
that's part of the reason that she wanted to make this movie, because she was bullied a lot in school for being ugly. For being,
I don't think that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't think she's gorgeous or anything, but I think she's ugly.
I think she's beautiful.
I think she's got a very natural beauty about her.
They both came out the same year.
I think Beetlejuice was made first, though. It was filmed first, you know?
I'm sure.
JD tricks Veronica into killing the jocks by claiming to use Ich-Lug bullets, which he claims only pierce the skin. Ich-Lug is German for I lie or I'm lying. Right before he tells her this, he asks if she knows German. That's it.
All right. Well, that was interesting.
What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
Yeah, well, you still got to push the button, though.
Oh, right there.
What are we doing next
I got
week?
one
Madison?
job, Karen.
It's Madison's last week on the podcast before she floats off to the Navy. So, we're letting her pick the last movie.
Leaving Ohio Forever.
What is it?
You'll be back.
Leaving Ohio Forever. I guess that's a movie.
I was going to say, I don't know that movie.
It probably is.
And you ain't leaving forever. You said you were going to buy the house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she'll buy it and never live in it.
That's true. Nobody else can have it.
Maybe. Doesn't mean I won't take care of it, though. Anyways. So I figured I would let you guys do a vote, because I couldn't decide between two movies. Mainly because I didn't know if Karen liked them or not.
Let the
or
arguments
if she even
ensue.
knows them. Okay, so... Can't remember the name. No, I remember the name, I just don't remember the first half of it. Tucker and Dale?
Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Versus Evil. Or The Black Phone.
Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
I've seen both.
What? What's the second one?
Black Phone.
That's my vote.
Never
Tucker and
seen
Dale
it.
versus Evil.
I think you should watch Black Phone again so you can fucking
fuck
learn
that
how
movie.
good of a movie it is.
And fuck that movie.
I don't care.
like. I haven't seen Tucker and Dale since I was a kid, but I
then
really
we're gonna
like
watch
The
Tucker
Black
and Dale
Phone.
because you need to watch that again.
Tucker and Dale versus Evil. That movie fucking rules.
Shouldn't have
But if I
seen
ever get a chance, I'm picking Black Phone.
it. You just throw it in the box, they won't know.
No, I'll do it for Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah, we usually.
I am
And then
interested in seeing the new
and
one.
then I'll be out of boot camp by then. So you
I
gotta,
am
call
really
me and be
interested
like,
in.
Hey, did you watch that movie? And we're like, yeah.
I'm interested in seeing the new one. So the new Black Phone.
So
movie
you should
coming
watch
out.
the first one again.
I'll watch it at
It's
some
decent.
point. It's not bad. I just didn't care for it as much. Everybody was like sucking that movie's dick, and I'm like,
I don't
eh.
think I've
I
ever
didn't
seen
do
it.
that. I
Coming out
just
with
thought
the
it was
second
decent.
one.
I thought it for
They're coming out with the second one.
Yeah, I
It's
seen the
kinda
trailer.
giving-
It looks
it's
good.
kind of giving Nightmare on Elm Street just a little bit.
A little
Well, my
bit,
thing
yeah.
is like all you get is prequels and sequels and prequels of sequels and like that was
An original idea.
Yeah, I was like,
I
oh,
get
I
it.
like
And
that.
I thought Ethan Hawke did great.
Yeah,
he
he
was
did.
awesome.
Yeah, he did.
Mhm. And now, what's his name? Nathan Thames? Something like that. I know his last name is Thames. He's going to be in the new How to Train Your Dragon movie, which, by the way, I'm taking the boys to go and see on Thursday.
Dude, when he walked up the stairs or whatever, and he's like standing there and like no shirt on with the mask on, I was like, ugh.
Yeah, ugh.
Oh god.
Oh man,
Like, that was the creepiest scene to me.
Like, you're Maya Hawke's dad. I can't believe Uma Thurman was married to your ass.
No, it's not even like it was in like gross. It was like, ugh. No,
yeah, like creepy.
It's fucking
as
creepy.
Robin from Stranger Things, right? Yeah, she's
that's
hot.
her dad.
She's gorgeous. Yeah.
Yeah, that's her dad. Like,
Never seen it.
Ooh,
it's so strange. I
see all
just
that.
Ethan Hawke is like a really good actor, though.
It's so strange to look at Maya though, because it's like, yep, that's her mom. Nope, that's her dad. No, that's her mom.
It's so
That's her
weird,
dad.
isn't
No,
it?
that's her
Like,
mom.
she
No,
looks
no.
like both of them. Like holy shit,
yeah.
this is exactly what you would look like mixed between the two.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Like you couldn't have mixed it.
And
more
she's
perfectly
really
in a
good at
petri
acting
dish.
too.
yeah, she's great. She's
And
actually a really good
singing.
singer too. So,
Did you ever see that Ethan Hawke interview where they were talking about Maya and how good she's doing or whatever, and he's like, we were actually walking down the street one day, spending some time together, going out and getting lunch and things like that, and he's like, and we were walking down the street and some random person came up and they were like, excuse me, and he's like, I've been in this business for how many years, and he's like, so I was like, instantly I was like, I'm spending time with my daughter, and she was like, no,
we're here for your daughter.
I
Yeah.
want Maya's
because of
signature.
Stranger Things, I'm sure.
Oh,
yeah.
for sure, yeah.
I like her. I think she's a good actress. I think she's going places. So,
If she keeps it up.
Mhm.
After Stranger Things, I'm sure she'll venture out.
yeah.
And this is the last season, so.
Yeah. Anyway, next week we're gonna do
Is it streaming anywhere?
Tucker and Dale
It's on
versus Evil.
Prime.
You have two
Hold
jobs,
on, I
Eric.
have like 4 subscriptions.
I know
on
it's
Prime.
I was
streaming
looking
on
up Black
something.
Phone because I don't remember watching it.
You
I know
have
it's
not.
I know
Two
it's
jobs.
streaming somewhere.
It is, because I have it on Prime under one of my
I want to say
subscriptions.
Hulu.
It might be.
It's playing on something.
It's definitely playing. It's
We
usually-
just watched it not too long ago because Jack.
I know it's on
watched it.
Netflix for a while. It's probably even
It's on
on Shudder.
Prime.
It's included with Prime.
Yeah, it's on
It's-
Prime.
so it's on
Hoopla, Hulu.
Yeah, Hulu is where I
Hulu.
think we watched it.
Yeah.
I don't know why I don't own that movie. I would just buy it. I love that movie.
I thought we did, but I'm not sure.
Dad, do you guys want?
It's so fucking funny.
It is.
Do you guys want my Prime?
There's kids
I got
killing
Crunchyroll
themselves all
Max
over
and
my
Max
property.
I don't really care.
It's on Mom's TV for the kids profile, and then my TV.
I don't really
so.
care. I don't watch any of that enough to care.
Crunchyroll, you've been using it?
Yeah, I have.
You like my Mom's one?
I watch your Solo Leveling.
It's shiny.
All right, next week we're gonna watch Tucker and Dale versus Evil Dog. So check out them socials. Don't forget about those, and come see us next week and see Madison for her last week on the podcast. At least until she does probably guest appearances and stuff like that. So because if she comes home after basic or anything, like, hey, guess what? Now you get to do a podcast with us.
Then I gotta relearn how to communicate through a microphone. I don't play video games.
I understand.
The real question is who we're going to kick off the podcast that week.
I'll take a mulligan.
No, you're not.
No,
Damn
you stay.
He doesn't ever let me
Like,
take
sorry.
time off.
Like Eric could quit, Madison could quit, Jeremiah could quit, but Karen's not allowed to quit. Sorry, dude.
Dude, you're
Son of a
stuck.
Well, me and Karen have the most movie knowledge out of everybody, so which Jeremiah is a close contender.
Oh yeah.
I like having Eric on because he's your everyman. He's that guy that's like, it's a movie.
He just pities
You know what I mean? Like,
because my friends don't hang out with me.
no, I just thought it was good to have you on because you're young. You're not like you're like a lot of the movies that we review are older movies, so it's fun to see your perspective and have your
definitely.
see how you feel about these movies.
No, there was a lot of hesitation there. I just want to point that out.
I just can't believe we're 146 episodes in and we've got Madison, she's been on, I wouldn't say since the beginning. She hasn't been on since the beginning, but she's done a vast majority of these episodes with us. And next week is her last episode. And then, Jeremiah's completely taken over. So
Keep thinking about it.
I am thinking about it.
Okay.
I think it's cool that you chose Tucker and Dale. That means I raised her right.
Well,
I
I
think
saw
either
it
one of those
on
are solid
Prime.
picks,
I
honestly.
saw
Yeah,
it
they
on
are,
Prime the other day, and I was like, "That's that one movie where that guy runs into the tree."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
The other
all
guy
I
runs into
remember
the
I
wood
love,
chipper.
I love the wood chipper one.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
was
are
gonna-
you okay?
Are you okay?
And doesn't she get
These
almost ran through a
these
saw
kids
or
just
something?
keep killing themselves all over my property. I love
There's
it.
a
Dude.
real simple explanation
There-
for all of
yeah.
this.
The sheriff takes a fucking
That one dude
nail.
is the guy from Resident Alien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's
Which
fucking
one,
hilarious.
Tucker?
I also
Dale?
love how at the beginning,
Tucker. Yeah.
how Tucker and
Really?
Dale seem so creepy, like
Yeah.
from their perspective.
Yeah.
Hey, we got your friend.
Hey, we got your friend.
And like at the gas station, he's just like sitting there with like those pickled eggs and like staring at him. Like, you don't realize how that's coming off, dude.
yeah, like man, you look really
And they
creepy.
go like past him, and they're both drinking a beer and just staring. Like, what are you doing?
The movie is fucking hilarious,
Yeah,
dude.
it is.
It gives so many explanations to like in the movies you watch these guys like, oh, those are the creepy like
I just like how it flips it
Outback.
on its head. The rednecks are the good guys,
Yeah.
and the preppy teenagers are the assholes.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Ah, such a good
Maybe
movie.
they were all misunderstood. Maybe Jason was the good guy.
Maybe he was.
I think they would have been like the perfect reminiscence of me and Ryan going out.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be entertained by this. I like the alien guy.
Yeah, he's fucking hilarious. He's the best part of the movie.
For
Well,
sure.
both of them are really. They're both funny as shit.
No,
Are you
I
telling
think
me you haven't
he
seen
is
it?
Because he's the one that keeps getting
Not
hurt.
That's
since I
true.
was,
He gets
like,
stung by
3
other
or
bees
4.
and
I only
shit.
remember
Because you get a
specific
girl at
parts
the
of it.
end, you know.
Yeah.
what
It
I mean?
Yeah,
traumatized
it's
me because I
good-
didn't like
good
horror
thing
movies
you're-
whenever I was
you're-
like
I was
3.
really
sticking
wanting
to
him to
it.
do a sequel
Huh?
to that
It's a good
movie.
thing you're
It would've been
sticking
so
to
good.
it.
Leave
Yeah.
well enough alone.
That's true.
They screwed up with
That's
sequels,
true.
man.
All right, next week, Tucker and Dale versus Evil. You guys have yourselves a fine week and weekend. We'll see you later.
See you later.
Goodbye.
Bye.
I'm gonna kill that spider now so I can sit in my spot next week.